guys? We are back here once again with the Visual Advocate, and he's back here to answer some questions that I have. I'm curious about it because I've gone through the book. I got the collector's copy, guys. So
I've gone through this thing. It's not a book.
I've gone
I
through
make the
this
mistakes
thing.
as well.
I've
I
gone
make
through
the
this
mistake as
thing.
well.
Like
Yeah.
this is not a book. Trust me, this is not a book. And it is this thing, you cannot finish it. That's the truth. You can never finish it because you will always go back and go back and go back. And that's what I'm saying. Number one, when I was going through this thing, right, there are points and parts whereby you write something based on each totem that you come across, right? You write something,
Mm-hmm.
and now this one is saying my advantage, right? That is my advantage. Now, small
Mm-hmm.
visibility, I have room to explore new ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Small teams, I make faster decision. Little funding, I create using what is available for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then access to the big, which might not really be feasible, then I gather the small and create something so unique, something so real that when other people watch it, they know it's not just, oh, someone big that just comes to talk. They can relate with it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
all these things are for the product, this product, the creative radio that I'm building, right? And then one part that really struck me is the part where I we have damage. And now for the damage part, right? For the damage part, let me just read this part for you guys so you understand. It said, try this, flip the damage. List 3 criticism people throw at your work. Now flip each one. Ask how does this damage actually highlight my advantage? Pick one and start using it in your story. Make the insult repeat your strength. And now, when I started the creative radio, a lot of people come to me and be like, Toby, nice one, but your video quality is not really good. I think you should get a studio. You should do this, you should do that. I got studios data points. The day I'm supposed to shoot, they will tell me camera is not available, this and that. I tried different things before I even came online. And now, giving you guys the same knowledge, the video quality is not good. Then someone said something one day. I was in a car park and was like, Toby, nice video that you did, right? With JP. Nice video. I saw it. Well done. And I was like, okay, every other person is saying video quality, video quality. And here is someone who actually got the knowledge, who actually love what I did, irrespective of the quality of the video. And you didn't even talk about the quality, right? And then I was not like, okay, the video quality is not clear enough. And then I flipped it and I said, real life is not a polished movie,
Mm.
right? I am bringing knowledge to you. And now, even if the video quality is not excellent, the audio quality, I always make sure it is good. The brand is
Mm-hmm.
called the Creative Radio, which made me think deeper, right? And I'm like, I'm going to position this brand as the podcast you cannot watch. You can only listen to it because it is a radio, right? And now we are not going to put out videos. We are only going to, even if we are posting on YouTube, right? We are going to just have a sketch of the guest and a sketch of the host on the screen. Now,
Mm.
I further my research. I was like, okay, when people listen to podcasts or watch video podcasts, does it distract them from what they need to do, right? And then through my research, I found out that it does distract them, especially when it is video podcasts. Yeah, they want to get the knowledge, but they have something they need to focus on, right? And now,
Mm.
this is something they cannot do both at once. People that will be like, oh, don't worry, I can multitask, I'll watch it and work. They are lying to themselves because when you focus visually, it is not so easy for you to do work, especially when your work is visual and you need to concentrate. So
Mm-hmm.
now, being a podcast, you can only listen to, you cannot watch. Yeah, you can go on YouTube. The only thing you will see is a sketch on the screen, which is not moving. It is not taking your
Mm.
attention. You're only listening to it, and then you are doing your work. So we're helping you cut out that distraction for you to gain traction in the work you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
and really, really helping you about it.
And
So
that kind
now
of
after
gives
that,
you, okay, go ahead, please.
okay, so after that one, and I moved on to, how we now the pigeon, the part of the pigeon, right? Part of the pigeon said, make a list of 5 places your product or project can show up, not just the tiny stages. Think straight, feeds, backdoors, inboxes. Start with one, show up, and another, show up again. Keep multiplying until you're impossible to ignore, right? And now I was not like, if I want to scale this product, right? If
Yeah.
I want to scale this product, I don't need, I mean, right now, I don't have the budget to say, oh, I'm traveling to Ghana and I'm going to start up a studio there,
Yeah.
employ people, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I thought about it. What if I intentionally create friends or intentionally meet friends, right? That are there, someone who I know, okay, might have a flair for this or love this, right? And I'm like, you know what? We are doing so well because of our track record. You can look at what we are doing here. How would you like to be the one hosting the one for people over there? And then the person is like, okay, I can do it. I know some people in the industry. We can get things together. And we are like, you don't even need your video to be perfect, right? Because we are not
Yeah.
even showing video in the first
Yeah.
place. So
Yeah.
just record and then we put it up there. Before you know it, there's the Creative Radio NG, there's the Creative
Yeah.
Radio Ghana. And then
Yeah.
that is how we just small, little by little, we spread, and people begin to know the brand.
Small, little by little.
Yeah. So I mean, these things, when they were coming out, this was how I was. I'll read it. I'll be like, I'll stand up. I'll pace around. I'll sit down again. I'll be like, I'll look out my window. I'll be like, wait, it's true. I can actually do it like this. So that's why I said it is something you cannot finish. You will always come back to it, no matter what you want to create, no matter the product, no matter the service, you will always come back to it. That's why I even decided that I will write with pencils, right? So when I'm done with this, I can always erase it. When I read it again, I get something new. I write it again. I write it there. So I just read, get, do, read, get, do, read, get, do. Because it's not just to read, but actually to do it. And that is one of the reasons.
You're very spot on. Very spot on. Very spot on. If what the beautiful thing about it is about what you're saying is the fact that it's literally written there that it's a shape-shifting manual. And the beautiful thing about that is that life itself is shape-shifting, right? So we definitely cannot in any way rely on something that stays the same. The only thing that should stay the same anytime, any day should be God, right? But everything changes. Everything changes, right? That is why as a startup, you read it. After you become bigger, you read it again. When you are mighty, you read it again. When you find yourself acting big, you read it again so that it makes you small all over again. And then you continue, and then that now makes you more in touch with yourself and with your person, basically. So it makes all the sense. And I get the idea of you. If you say you felt like that when you were reading it, then imagine how I felt when it was being written. Like I was screaming, like I will run. I will come back. I'll be like, yo, and almost at every point, I was like, if this is the only part in this book, I'm done. And then you move to the next part, and then you start writing, and then you're like, how come? Another one. It was just mind blowing. Like this, first of all, is a transformation for me. I have to accept that and actually come out clearly. This thing is a transformation for me, like this, like you enter me. I'm not even gonna like form or anything. So it's not like this is one of those mediums where the person is speaking to you as an authority. I'm not an authority. Like, I mean, yes, I have the experience. I've been in the this game for so long, but No,
Yeah.
man, this is different. This is different. This is something
Yeah.
that no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no
Yeah.
matter what you've become, you need it. And I'm telling you clearly. I'm telling you clearly. Like
Yeah.
it's unlike anything else. And that's why from the beginning it was clear. The instruction was clear. This must not be a book. It is not a book. It should not be
Yeah.
treated like a book,
Yeah.
right? It
Yeah.
should be treated
Yeah.
like almost like a mirror, if you get what I mean. Go
Yeah.
back, check it. And I know saying a mirror, I know what comes to mind, right? The Bible, right? But this
Yeah.
this is just clearly telling us that we've been missing the point for a while. We've been missing the point for a
Yeah.
while, clearly. And I like the fact that it excites you. And I didn't even think about you writing it with a pencil, because really, your answer today is different from your answer tomorrow. Your answer on
Yeah.
project 1 is different from your answer on project 2. So that definitely does make sense.
Yeah. So now, guys, like I said, I have some questions I want to ask, right? Because
Please
this
go
thing
away.
that I'm holding,
I say go
come
away.
on, man,
Go ahead.
come on. People, now it feels like the quote, right? Which might be a bit dark, but they used to say that if you want to hide anything from a black man, right, put it in the middle of some pages.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I won't lie, yesterday, at a point, I was like, wait, for me to read this, I will read more. I will read other things, because
Yes.
how will I read something, gain this amount of knowledge and insight, and then I'm not reading as much?
Yeah.
I was like, no, you got no. You have to, right?
So why? Sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
Why I think this is not basically, if you can read this, you can read other things. Why I wouldn't say that. This should be taken with a pinch of salt, right? And I'm not trying to navel gaze in any way.
Yeah.
But again, this is not a book. This should not even remind you about a book. This is something that helps you. This is almost like an X-ray machine. That's what is in your hand. It's almost like an X-ray machine that helps you to look inward, right? You can see what is going on out there, but then this is that button you press, and it helps you to see within yourself, and then see that you literally have what it takes to do what is outside there, right? So this should not make, and by the way, this one of our goals is to make sure that for at least 200,000 people, this is the first book they'll ever read, start and finish. That's one of the goals. Sorry, did I say this is the first book they'll ever read? Yes. in terms of the medium book, this is the first book they'll ever read. Our goal is to make sure that 2,500 people, very soon, 2,500 people, this is the first book they'll ever start and finish. That's the goal.
And finish.
Because if you look at how it is written as well, it is not written to sound or look like something that is in the market for only big startups or MSMEs or SMEs. Even a student needs this. A secondary school student needs this. A governor needs this. A church leader needs this. An alpha needs this. Right? So that's why even I myself, or me myself, or we ourselves, I'm very careful of categorizing it as a book, because that clearly locks it up. It makes it look like one of those fancy things you can beat your chest and say, yo, I've read it. Oh, it's nice. No, that's not what this is. Yes, you've read it today. Have you read it tomorrow? Have you read it again? You have to read it every time, because what you will feel in today is not what you will feel in tomorrow. So it is shape-shifting in terms of ideology, in terms of medium, in terms of message. Yes, boss.
I even feel like you've answered the first question, right?
No, please ask the first question, or ask all the first question, because we need to establish it clearly.
All right. So why do you keep saying this is not a book, right? And can you explain why you insist it is actually not a book? Because people will see it and be like, man, see your book. This book is good. This is I like this book. It's so small. This is nice. But why do you insist that this is not a book?
Okay, so why it has to be clear from the get-go that it is not a book is simply because book 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 has been made in such a way that it has become a box by itself. A
Okay.
box that, I mean, some people read just to tick those boxes. Like, oh, I've read this book. Oh, I've read that book. Oh, I've read this
Yeah.
book. What has the
Yeah.
book done? Right?
Yeah.
A lot of books are also books that are just, oh, I have suffered. Now I have achieved. This is it, how to achieve like me,
Yeah.
or just like my pastor said, he said that, you go through something, you go through the everything, then you get, help from somewhere, and immediately after getting the help, because you succeeded, 2 weeks later, you came up with a book, 7 steps or 7 P's of success, or success and 7 W's, how to win with 3 W's.
So, as
It's
in-
www. So from the beginning, this was meant to not be a book, because book is filled with competition, book is filled with bestseller, book is filled with, oh,
Yeah.
how big is it, book is filled with, oh,
Yeah.
who are the people writing the forward, or who is the person that is who are the people reviewing it. Book is, oh, where is the book, is it in is it on Amazon, is it on this, is it on that, there are so many competition. How thick is it? What material was it printed with? Who wrote it? Who published it? But this is clearly out there to prove that book can be seen or can be called different. For example, even in my book, even in this thing, I make the mistake as well. So that's why I try to do this all the time.
Yeah.
For example, if you look at the latter part of the write-ups, where we spoke about, small needs to leverage the shadows of giants, right?
Yeah.
The reason
Yeah.
why this is this size
Yeah.
is simply because we want to make sure you don't have an excuse. You must not
Yeah.
have an excuse. If you can carry a
Yeah.
phone, you can carry this, because this is the exact height and width of
Yeah.
iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Yeah.
If you look at look at it. If you hold it this way, let me see if I can do this.
Yeah.
See, your hand goes from one angle to the top. That's it.
Yeah.
And this was clearly calculated. The width was calculated as well,
Yeah.
right? So that you have no excuse. You can't say it's too big. There is no purse that this can enter, because if it can take your phone, then it can take it.
Yeah.
Put it in your back pocket, put it in your front pocket, let engine oil drop on it, let your baking powder, granite oil, whatever, let it happen to it. That's the reason why it is affordable as well, so that you can buy over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
And this is that gospel that it is so important for us to preach. Again, we are in a time whereby a lot of people are carried away by the bigs they've missed, by the bigs they've not gotten, by the bigs they are looking forward to getting, by the big breakthroughs, the big miracles, big everything. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Then you follow those things, you cry, you are angry, you are angry at God and angry at your parents for not giving birth to you in a big place, and then you see someone else who is big and has gotten there, bring their whole big money that they've gotten to invest in the thing that you were complaining about, and then they make another big money from it. Let's take Jackpot, for example. Like, we have a lot of people who are so 100% sure, and please permit me, they are so 100% sure that once they go there like this, day one, day two, boom, they've blown.
Yeah.
They've blown, because everything in this country is what is stopping them from blowing. Can you imagine? It's literally you throwing away the baby and the bathwater.
Yeah.
So you leave this country, you sell everything you have, and then you move there. When you now move there, you now see that, oh, the reason why everything looks the way it looks is because there is a system in place.
Yeah.
And the way system is meant to make sure you are comfortable is the same way that system is meant to keep you in place so that everybody can be comfortable.
Yeah.
But when you are able to see before you move, you will notice that the system where you are, or the so-called no system in the place that
Yeah.
you are, is giving you a massive loophole to create. So over and over within the context of how it was even designed, how it was concepted, clearly it is not a book. Clearly it is not a book. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like one, it feels like one, it has pages, it has a spine, it has a cover and it has a back page, but it is not
Yeah.
within the context of what books are. So if I see this book behind any content creator on their bookshelf, I'll be pissed. It should not. It should never be in any bookshelf. It should not.
Yeah.
It should not be found there because it was not meant to be there. It is not built to be there.
Yeah.
And again, I'm also trying to learn as well. I'm also trying to get better, in making sure that we properly make it a ritual to not treat this as a book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. I hope I was able to answer the question.
Yeah. I mean, even on the social media, I can see that it's not being treated as a book. Even the posts, the places where it's like, I saw Kekemara. Waiting Kekemara does what get to do it. Like, it's just like you say you are seeing making it big in one Kekemara, or you are seeing one book somewhere. You'll be like, waiting you they do with this thing, right? So
go ahead, please go ahead.
No, I wanted to say you answered the question, like spot on. Like, now I can see the reason why this is not a book.
I wanted to add that you just actually reminded me the reason why we had a clear strategy from the beginning. And in order for us to be clear and to also drive home the point that this is not a book, every single touch point was not treated as a book.
Yeah.
From the way the website looks, you will not see all those mock-up images, here, then you see several books, and then you see the back. The book is like this, then the back page is like this, and then order your copy now. No, like from the beginning, we are not going to do that. The way the website is amazing, the way it is packaged, amazing. How was your packaging when you got it?
Wait, let me get. I kept it. Let me show them, because I have to show them how I unboxed it.
What was the experience?
I mean, when I saw it, I was like, I was like, gang. So you see, and you say, because no, seriously, because guys, let me show you the envelope, right? This is the envelope. This is the envelope, right? You have this, which is where your name will be and everything. But then when you flip it around, it says warning. Enclosed is something small, dangerous, fashioned against giants. Like, when I got this in my hand, because even when they delivered it, I had left the office. I called my guy, right? That, please help me collect it though. Me, I'm already on my way home. The guy is there already. Then it was not like, don't be waiting with it. I say, no, Punamo, you no go blow. I was like, no, Punam, just put that somewhere. No, you no go blow. No, open this. Right? Then I opened it and I brought out the book and it was like, I was just like, oh my man. I was like, oh my man. To the point that a lot of people will even do it, right? Now, this is my phone, right? This is my phone. I was like, hey, look at this thing. The exact height, like everything. I was not
seriously? What phone are you using?
Samsung S21 Plus.
Can you imagine? I was thinking it was wow.
And, like the exact height and weight of the phone. And I'm like, if I can carry my phone anywhere, I'll just take that place in my pocket.
And it's actually meant to be in the pocket. It's meant to bend. This is one of those books that you can dog ear it, you can bend it. And like your reasons for not reading a book, this is it. If you're going on a walk and you're tired, whip it out from your pocket or from your phone pouch if possible, and read it. And that's one of the reasons why again, as someone in my as the visual advocate, always making sure that we follow the creative direction, whatever it is we do. It should not just be preached as this is not a book. It's not just a copy. It's not just writing. The fact should match the act, if you get what I mean, right? And when people see what you are preaching, not necessarily hear what you're preaching, they believe you even more. And it's easy to get them as a preacher, of your brand message that way.
Yeah. So now this takes us to our second question. Now, the second question is, because I really want to know, why is the way you see things so different? I know I've come across people that have been like, oh, Ayo, I know Ayo, I know the visual advocate. The way he does things, it just different. Like, I'm not like, why is the way you see things so different, right? And what is that thing that happened along the way that shaped your unique perspective to be able to see things?
So let's look at it this way, right? Funny enough, I'm saying let's look at it this way, and you're asking me why. I was forced to see things differently. Even right from primary school, because I've always been someone who wanted to be cool, right? I wanted to be cool, but most of my friends, both primary, secondary school, were people who were rich. They came from rich, backgrounds. I can't say we're poor. My dad is rich as well. I wasn't rich. My dad was rich. He used this rich money to take me to school. But again, he did not, furnish me with that wealth like my friends were being furnished, right? So me, it's still one set. There was never a time that I took 2 sets of provision to school. And most of my friends, took 3. You see some and meet them again, they bring one. At the beginning of every term is the only time you have 1 set. At the end of the term should be when your 1 set should finish. Mid-term, you're on your own. It never happens. And you see my fellow mates then. Mid-term, they bring another fresh set of provisions. And, and I'm always I was intimidated, as at then. However, my dad is someone who will always tell you that his money is not your money. Like, he will always tell you that go and work for your own. Go and read your book. When you grow, you make your money. So I think because he kept saying it over and over again, there's this in Yoruba, they say Tibe, just lock that place.
Just lock up. Yeah.
Which means there is no hope there again for life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I Tibed.
Yeah.
And from then, I have been always puzzling my mind. How can I be so cool yet without what these guys have that makes them cool? So where you find out that, oh, this is what they do, they have the fanciest book. So what I will do is I will take the cartons of their cornflakes and all those things. I will get scissors. I'll cut characters from their cartons. I'll put it on my own book. So by doing that, my book became different, not necessarily expensive. And it's been long. I knew right from when I was little that difference is where the value is.
Yeah.
If everybody has iPhone 17 Pro Max today, the person who will have the highest amount of respect will be the person who has the first iPhone 1. Why? Because difference is where the value is, right? So I started noticing that, because I was doing these things, although I didn't have money, but doing it this way made me get the attention. That gave me the kind of, pat on the back that encouraged me that if you can follow the creative direction, you will get the attention you want to get. And then primary school passed by, secondary school came. When people were doing what they call slum book back in the days, people were importing, like their parents were buying them book with feathers, book with animals and all of that. Oh man, I just went to, what's it called? I went to, it's in the north, Kaswa, it's called Kaswa Means Market, right? And I went to all those people selling magazines, and I bought all the old magazines. The one they put on the table, the one that is no longer useful, the one that is almost spoiled. I took it. And I collaged the hell out of it. I cut almost every single character. Then I started
Wow.
interplaying each of them. You see Chris Rock
Yeah.
standing like this. I'll take Martin Lawrence image, put him under the armpit. You know, it was so cool. Then you open, the cover is amazing. You flip 5 pages, then the 5th page again is filled with collages again. Then you open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 15th page is filled again. You know, people in school were fighting. It's my turn. It's my turn. When is it going to be my turn to fill this thing? You know, guess what? I couldn't find the book anymore. It was stolen.
Ah.
To the point where people who are the rich, like some guys who are rich. There's a lady in my school who brings a convertible, right? People were rich that they'll come and meet me. Sorry, they were rich, but they'll come and meet me and be like I'm there. They'll look at me and be like, Ayo doesn't want me to fill his slum book. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, don't worry, you feel it. I'll get it. I'll make sure I give it to you. You know, creativity gave me power.
Yeah.
So, and I loved how it feels. But most importantly, I love the process that got me there. So at every single point in life, I have always been a believer in following the creative way, the creative path. Because again, life is a box by itself. Life will make sure you are boxed the way it is designed. If you have the money, you won't have the time. If you have the time, you won't have the other resources. If you have the resources, you won't have the people that will help you do it. If you have the people that will help you do it, they will not be smart enough. If you have the people that are smart enough, they'll be too expensive for you to afford. Do you get what I mean? There is always an obstacle in the way. So before I even face it, I'm looking for the obstacle. So I won't wait till the obstacle comes. I am looking for it. So by the time we get there, I'm like, oh yes, there you are. And then we begin to move.
Yeah.
So that has been what has shaped the way I see, the way I approach, the way I think. And because of that, it's been easier for me to look at other things that way. So I am not one of those people who will write a script, let's say for a commercial, commercial opens in Italy when I know that my client does not have money. You understand? If I know you don't have money, the script I will write, even when you consult with me, the script, I mean, my own money can be plenty. Like I'll charge you well. But the concepts I will give you are things that in line with where you are going to, in line with the kind of perception you want to get, or the quality of eyeballs you want to get. Not too below, not too above. So that has helped. And with respect to this book as well, I had a presentation at in Marriott, and a lot of people came to meet me after the presentation, and they were like, yo, the way you see things, I've never seen this thing this way. I've never seen these things this way. And the presentation then was the superpower, of not first place. Not first place is in quotes, right? And simply because everybody wanted to be first place, everybody wants to be number one, everybody wants to be referred to as the big three, but there's superpower in not being there. Why? Because everybody is expecting everybody to be there. Everybody wants to be there. If you start Instagram channel today, people will expect normally that you're expecting to be the biggest influencer. That might not be your goal. Your goal might just be to build your discipline, right? So I finished that presentation and people said they've not seen, second place, last place, not doing anything as power. And then a friend of mine came to my house and I think while we're going through something, we stumbled on the presentation. He saw it and was like, yo, this is fire, And immediately he said that. He was like, why not turn it into a PDF, and put it online? And I'm like, okay, PDF, not a bad idea. And I put it, I before I turned it into a PDF, I wrote the topic on the paper. Immediately I wrote the topic, superpower of not first place. I started breaking it down, and then Holy Spirit was like, "Yes, So remember those things you wanted to put in this presentation that you could not before, have you? Because the presentation was, I think, was about 128 slides, and
Yeah.
it's 128 slides after I have removed a lot of things. So the
Wow.
Spirit was like, "Can you remember those things you removed? Can you just jot them down? Just don't do anything, just jot them down." So I started jotting. Remember those other ones too that I think is a mindset that you're right. So I kept writing. I kept writing. I did not know that I was putting myself inside a massive trap. And that was how the picture now started becoming clear. And I'm like, yo. And because again, once I find the principle, what I start doing is I start looking for patterns. I start looking for patterns to recognize. So once
Yeah.
I see anything that looks like a pattern and I then finally recognize it as one, like this is a clear pattern, and then I test it and it works. Oh, I started looking everywhere. What happened? Oh my God. Everybody wants to be unicorn. Everybody wants to be a lion. Everybody wants to be an eagle. Everybody wants to be the victor. Everybody wants to be the one to win in the first try. Everybody wants to be, the top one, this one, that one, that one. Everybody wants to go to the
Yeah.
first
The
round and
1% of
be
the
on
1%
everywhere.
of the one.
Hey, Jesus. I just saw it. Then I went again. I followed that same pattern. Is it possible that there are people who intentionally, not intentionally, they lost, but they intentionally turned their defeat into success? Yes, there are. Are there people that were decided that they were not going to go that route? Yes, there are. Did they
Yeah.
succeed? Yes, they did. But
Yeah.
guess what? They did it in their own terms, which is now even crazier, because if the entire world is fighting for big, then it's a no-brainer that you have gatekeepers,
Yeah.
because it means there are plenty people who are trying to pass this narrow gate. If plenty people are trying to pass this narrow gate, then you get a big bouncer to stay there.
Yeah.
But if people don't want a specific place, then you go there and set up.
Yeah.
Then when their eyes open and then they start rushing to your place, you too put bouncer in your own place. Right?
Yeah.
So it has influenced everything I do on multiple levels, to a point where I didn't just see to write this thing. I lived it. I am still living it.
Yeah.
And that's why I know for sure that it's not a book. It's not another book.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead. Thank
So
you.
now, I mean, it's been a lot, man. Right? And I'm so glad I'm getting to hear this, and even everyone watching is getting to hear this, because now they have more understanding of what is in their hand. They know
Yes.
that for me to hold this. So when they go out and they see someone else, let's say at an event or something, but holding this, they will be able to relate with that
Yes.
person in a more dynamic way, knowing that the reason why you have this is not because you just want to buy a book. I know,
Yes. Yes.
because I know why you have this. I'm waiting to see. Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm waiting to see. Like, for you to have this, it will not be the case of if you know, you know. So me,
Exactly.
I know.
It's almost like it's a coded move of transformation. If
Yeah.
I see it in your pocket, I'll just know that you said one fix up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So now the third question, right, is what is your vision for this project? Right? What are you hoping to achieve, or what are you hoping it to achieve or become, even if you won't call it a book, right? What do you hope that this achieves?
I hope this and this might be cliche, right? But I hope this becomes a manual in the hands of anybody from JSS 1 above. I hope once the day you graduate from primary 6, you
Yeah.
get gifted this book.
Yeah.
That's the vision. Because
Wow.
small is power.
Yeah.
And even in raising the future generation, we count some years as years of just learning, not doing, which is wrong. That is
Yeah.
the reason why when we are about or when it is time to do, we see that
Yeah.
we are doing what we didn't learn. So some
Yeah.
other mindsets are saying, okay, why can't they do first, then go and learn? Because truly, when you get into a skill and then you go
Yeah.
and learn regarding that skill, you see that your brain is more engaged, you are more
Yeah.
interested, right?
Yeah.
If a GSS 1 person, if I see this in the hand of every GSS 1 person, in the hand of every
Yeah.
100 level person, everybody in the university,
Yeah.
everybody in the university, everybody in secondary school, obviously this works with MSMEs and big businesses, and
Yeah.
it works even in the hands of presidents and leaders, right? If
Yeah.
this makes it to their hand, then that is the vision fulfilled. Because at those points in time, especially at those early stages, we all see ourselves as not prepared, not ready. It is not my
Yeah.
time. My time has
Yeah.
not yet come, right? But with
Yeah.
this, you will clearly know that while your time has not come, your time has still come.
Yeah.
And that will
Hmm.
help you at that point in time to not compare. It will help you at that point in time to also recognize the value of your peculiar situation, your peculiar position, the reason why you
Yeah.
don't have some certain things, the reason why you are almost about to have some certain things, right?
Yeah.
That is, once you can have that and you understand that, oh, we are like this for a reason. I don't have this for a reason. I will soon have it. But maybe the reason why I'm where I am is so that when I make it in life and I blow, I will be able to feel where the shoe is pinching, you know, other
Yeah.
people that will later be in where I am as we speak, right? So
Yeah.
my vision is at least starting with 1 million people.
Yeah.
This must become, for the lack of a better way to put it, and this is not disrespect, I would never do this. I respect God and everything of God. This
Yeah.
should be as powerful as Gideon's Bible, the Good News Bible, the small one. The same way that caught fire is the kind of expectation I have for this as well. This should be translated to languages. It will be translated in Yoruba. It will be translated in
Yeah.
Hausa. It will be translated in French, in Igbo as well.
Yeah.
That is the vision for this.
Wow. That's good. That's massive, man. That's massive.
Amen. 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 Amen.
Amen. Now, so this particular question, right? Um, how confident are you that making it small, right? That making it small is the right approach?
This is it, right? Whenever you discover principles and you test them,
Yeah.
and the principles begin to speak back to you,
Yeah.
then what you need to do is check nature, check business,
Yeah.
check lifestyle. Do they connect? If not, it can still work if it is consistent within a specific medium, form, or a
Yeah.
specific world, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is something that was so eye opening
Yeah.
that I am not just convinced that this is the correct way. I am mind blowingly assertive, convinced, angry that this has not been preached. Like, it's so annoying that I'm not seeing this everywhere. Nobody's even talking about this.
Yeah.
And I understand that, yes, Nigerians, we as a people, we are more blown when we see things like, oh, big. Even there's a billboard, big, big things. You know, there's a book that came out, Making It Big. You know, we are fascinated by big. But guess what? That's not the way. It is clearly not the way. It is clearly not the way. It is the biggest form of distraction. Let me know if it's the mightiest form of distraction that we can find.
Yeah.
Because if you look at every system, the small is what outlasts anything. If there is a big tornado, what survives? Grasses survive. Where are the buildings? Otilo.
Yeah. Otilo, yeah.
When Pastor Adeboye blessed Apostle Joshua Selman.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about him kneeling down to even receive, prayers from Daddy. When Pastor Poju came on stage the other day, he said, Apostle, you notice something with Apostle. What I find specially different about him is his humility. You look at him, you observe that the higher he goes, the more humble he becomes.
Yeah.
And I am telling you people here, he said it on stage. It is a simple proof that this man will live long and he will go far. Like, do you understand?
Yeah.
That is looking at being humble in life.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the way we live our lives and even the things that we do, the principle still holds a lot of water.
Yeah.
If you look at the people who are making it massive, they are the people who are making it small. Do you think Dangote does not have the money to build a fleet of jets and say he's now selling jets because he's a premium guy and he's rich and he's building missiles? Yeah, he can do that.
Yeah.
Bro, Baba they do sugar. Baba got into petroleum. He demoted himself from cement. Demoted himself from cement to something we need every day.
Yeah.
And we are now so-called original small boys. We are the ones who want to. We are starting this. We have a startup, and it's luxury. We are going to be servicing the top 1% of the top 1%. Come on, man. The people who have gotten there are coming down.
Yeah.
People outside the world are coming to the so-called small continent. Not in terms of size, in terms of people. We don't have the money. We don't have the long-term life expectancy rate. We are not as educated, and yet they are coming to us. What does that tell you? It says that small is where the power is.
Yeah.
It works everywhere in life. Governor Sanwo-Olu is written there. It's written there in the second part of the book.
Yeah.
The book.
Yeah.
It's written there in the second part of the book. At least his office is one of the most coveted governor in Nigeria. His economy is doing well. He has one of the population that are upwardly mobile. The biggest SMEs. His state is big enough to be a country. When he wanted to run for second term, what did he do? He became small.
Yeah.
It's not a question. I have come to find out that unless you are small, you will not last. You will not last. Because smallness is what helps you to spread your root. Smallness is what helps you to grow gently. On the other hand, when people say big, They are appealing to your sense of greed because you don't want to grow, you want to jump. What happens to anybody who jumps? They fall.
Oh. Yeah.
Unless you are jumping to fall on a higher platform.
Yeah.
That's when you stay.
Yeah.
But how many people have those platforms that are waiting to collect them? Everybody, even the platform you want to jump on, wants to jump on another platform too. So nobody sends you.
Yeah.
So I am so sure, right from even when we are picking the kind of animals that represent us, everybody wants to be eagle. Everybody wants to be lion. Have you seen the magic that ants are doing?
As in the colonies they build underground, man.
Yes.
I
Have you
saw a
looked at
video.
those?
I saw a video on I think it was Instagram. I was scrolling and they said that the archaeologists, they dug a place and they saw the colony of ants, the way they built their own city.
It's a
And you could see
civilization.
the structure, like their civilization. You could see the structure of how everything was in place, and you'd be like,
I think I saw it as well, where they're like, this is definitely their defense. This is a place for the defense, like a quarters for the defense. Yeah. This is the place for the people who bring food. This is the place for who make sure that everywhere here is clean. Like, I'm just saying that to say we should not let life and what everybody is saying distract us. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. People are finding ways to leverage this small that is all around us. But unfortunately, when they make it, they'll come and distract us with big as well.
Yeah.
And I know from day one that this book is not going to attract a lot of people because it does not say big. And by the way, even if it says big, there's a book that has been written making it big by Femi Otedola. It's a best-selling book right now.
Yeah.
Of course it will be best-selling. Why wouldn't it be best-selling?
Yeah.
Then you're now telling the same Nigerians that, oh, make it small. I'm sure most people will see this thing and do like this over my dead body.
They will laugh.
Right? Which, like, not me. Do you get what I mean? So,
yeah,
this principle is a principle that I am sure I have tested, and the pattern is bloody consistent. Too consistent.
Yeah.
Too consistent. Every single way you look at it, whether in terms of business, whether in terms of life, whether in terms of starting an institution, even in family, relationship, for example. Yeah. When Jesus said, wait, Jesus, Apostle Paul, when he said, love your wife just as Christ loved the church, what is he saying? It's not saying you should kill yourself. He's saying you should make yourself small. He's not saying you should. When Apostle Paul said, men, love your wives, just like Christ loved the church and gave his life, for the church, he was not necessarily saying we should die. No. He's saying be small. That's what he's telling men. Be small.
Yeah.
Be second. Put everything else first.
Yeah.
Put your wife first. Put your kids first. Put your wants. Put your wives first. Put your kids first. Put their wants first. Put your own wants second, or maybe last.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So it's in short, and that's why you discover that men who succeed, or men who have been in this thing for long and they've blown, and they have everything. They are now celebrating maybe 40 years anniversary with their wives, and they ask them, why is it that all of them, I feel all of them were in the same WhatsApp group or are in the same WhatsApp group. All of them say the same thing. They're like, when they ask them what made your marriage this beautiful and still, thriving, they say, I listen to my wife.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks said, I do what I'm told and I shut up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the entire narrative is saying men are in charge. but we have been given the exact example of how to be in charge. The only way to be in charge is to be the small one. So it works everywhere. It works in marriage, it works in business, it works in profit, it works in institutions, it works in you growing up the ladder easily. What was one of the laws is it the law of power or 40 laws of power or something? Never outshine your master. What's that? Stay small.
Yeah.
Stay small. And your master can now be recontextualized to your customer, right? You can put it as never outshine your customer, never outshine the product. You can flip the master there as never outshine your customers, never outshine your product, never outshine your message, never outshine your wife, never outshine your kids, never even outshine your enemy. Just do your stuff. We are not meant to fight for ourselves according to the Bible.
Yeah.
God is meant to fight for us. What does that mean? Do you get what I mean? So it's just too consistent across. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does, man.
Awesome.
It does. It does. So now there's a follow-up question to that. And it is, how does this approach shape the way people experience this thing? The small approach, right? How does it shape the way they experience it?
It shapes the way they experience it because it was designed to pinpoint to a laser focused level, to the level of laser, you know.
Yeah.
It's meant to it's meant to affect their experience to that level to that granular level.
Yeah.
Because every single point in the book is meant to reflect or shed light on one part within you or inside the inside of you. For example, there has been a time where we felt like everywhere is dark. There has been times in our life where we feel like we're alone. There have been times in our life where we felt like everybody is there and I'm not. There have been times in our life where everybody has and we not. Everybody have and we don't.
No, we don't. Yeah.
There have been times in our life where we feel like I am being intimidated by this so-called person. Whenever they mention my name, people say, "Oh, but I'm not as good as this person." That is what you will feel when you read it. But the beautiful thing is that you are not just reading to hear a case study or you are just reading to hear an example. There is a way for you out of it. There is a way out of it.
Yeah.
Not just the way out. It is clearly step by step. It is very, 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 very well broken down.
Yeah.
And somewhere in the middle of the book, you will also see different parts of life. If this is happening to you, use this. We call it small shots. If you're going through this, use this. If this person is intimidating you, use this. If this person is this big, he can never be able to do this. Do this. If you fall in this category, do this.
Yeah.
So in so many levels, imagine what made the people who reviewed the book, to say with their full chest that this is something else. It hits, no matter which level you are, it will hit you.
Yeah.
But again, I'll let people speak, for themselves on the review section of our website.
Yes, sir. And now,
awesome.
To our final question, it says,
okay,
as someone guided by faith, right? Because I know you're guided by faith. Is making it small aligned with God's values? And then, how do you see this approach reflecting your beliefs and spiritual principles?
I pulling my legs. No, like, do you really need me to answer this question? Because hey, this before I go and spoil your podcast. eh? Do I think this thing aligns with godly principles?
Yeah, God
That's
values.
the question.
Yeah.
Yo, I like seriously. The same. I beg. See, I know I'm the visual advocate, and yes, you get waiting with the do.
Yeah.
We are proper. We are.
Yeah.
God that it started. This entire world started from small darkness, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was where light came out from.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just say, "Let there be world and let there be 2025"? Boom! But he can do it.
Yeah.
Baba went little by little, not just simply because he cannot, but simply because he understands what the power of that process will do in our lives.
Yeah.
He now did it and now said, okay, I'm going to set my entire generation, or I'm going to set a particular sect of people, or I'm going to choose a particular generation through small man. Not 5 men, small one man. Then the man did not now even have a child until the man got to a small part in his life where he felt like there's no hope. And you can't tell me, say this thing will happen, and there is no hope. Look at me, I'm old. Nothing can happen through me again. Through that small, he brought a child. You gave him the child again. You told him to go and sacrifice the child. Let's even forget about Abraham for now. You did that. Your son gave birth to 12 children. Who did he set up the entire? Who was the person he chose in terms of the keeping them for the future generation? Who did he show the future to? Who did he bless? The last born. Sorry.
Yeah.
Second to the last born, Abi. Second to the last born. Joseph.
Yeah.
He chose Joseph, not the firstborn, not the 10th born. He chose Joseph. Small, another small. Now, the Joseph that he chose, you have the plan. Why can't you just go ahead and execute it? No, he passed the Joseph through levels of smalls. You were rejected, you were thrown away, you found your way, you crawled up, they set you up again, throw you for prison. You now turned out to be the savior. Let us leave Joseph.
Yeah.
Who else? Moses. That is another small. Baba no fit talk. Sorry, Baba fit talk, but it's not as eloquent as expected.
Yeah.
Beyond his eloquence, God still used a small that has been carrying around all this while. What is in his hand? Another small. Now imagine a small thing like Moses talking to a so-called big thing like Pharaoh. What does that say? Saying the same thing. Do you want to drive down to Gideon? Want to drive down to Joshua? It is over consistent, the warrior.
Yeah.
Then let me now bust your brain. The smallest so far is now the person who is referred to as the greatest king ever. King David.
Yeah.
So small that from the day of his introduction, he's so small that he was not visible. You know, a whole priest that hardly gets things wrong, he got a king wrong. He was so sure now. Square shape. This guy is big. Yes, this guy looks like a king.
Yeah.
He select him. He just hear gang error code. Select the other one, gang error 404. You know they hear. They say, where is this guy? He talks, oh, he get one wait there for field with sheep. And then you put hand on him. And God talks, say that's the one. Do you see the pattern?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for that one, even Saul was small. Waiting go find. No be donkey in they go find when they see him. Saul was small. Then David. Then now this David that God selected and chose. How many years did it take? He spent years before he got to the position of being king. And guess what? Looking at that period, sorry that I'm so passionate, because it be like say you go where I know and go, right? Why this guy was in his small time, he went to hide in a small place called Adullam, right? The people that still came to meet him were people who were going through small times as well. Rejection, I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I don't feel man enough, all those kind of people. He took those small people, turned them into mighty men of valor. And guess what? He was still small. He was so small that when these guys were asked to, he was thirsty. And these guys he has turned into mighty men of valor. He needed water. And the only place for them to get water, or the place for them to get water at that point, is in the camp of the enemy. His guys were like, Ilon Shele, we'll bring the water for you. Yeah, anybody. These people went there, brought water, of course, killed people. They brought the water for him to drink. What did he say? I'm too small.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what he said, but that's it. Like, this water cost blood. And instead of drinking it, he sacrificed it to God. He still chose to be small.
Yeah.
And later on, he became the king.
Yeah.
He danced small. He sang small. He wrote small.
Yeah.
Some of us can praise God small, but when we get into the office, we act big. No consistency. This guy was small, clearly small. The day he mistakenly did what big people did, I am big, I can take the wife of a small person. Oh no. He collects water.
Yeah.
He collects. Kill him Peking. God kill him Peking. Beyond that, oh my God, nah. It was like, was it this sword shall never depart from something? Like, come on, man. Kings do this thing. But God said, no, you are meant to be small. Small is your place because of the kind of future I have for you. And from that day, Baba no come up from the small place, because he went back to the small place. That's where all our Psalms came from. That's where Proverbs, is it Proverbs? That's where Psalms came from.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody that knows God, loves God so much that he chose to remain small. He's the only one who has been able to fulfill the three major roles: a priest, a king, and a prophet.
Yeah.
I am sure that when David was doing all these things, I'm sure in heaven, everybody would just be like, yo, Baba Twaleo, you are the king. You are the king. Because for you to be able to be this small, like in heaven, everybody would all give up, just to say, Baba, forget, now this guy. In short, as he's coming, as David will be walking in heaven, everybody would bow because he's the smallest that ever existed. And I'm sure it was so small, God, please forgive me. I'm sure it was so small that God was jealous. And God was like, Tanibo boy, small bow. You can't be this small. And then he's like, let's show this guy what small is. Who will I send? And Jesus says, send me. Jesus said, send me. And then they sent Jesus. And Jesus can't go meet David. Can't tell David, say, David, nice try. You tried. Yeah, I know everybody's shouting about you, but you tried. And David was like, I'm sure for a point, David would be like, no, Baba, no, now you now, trying to be small still, but he knows what he's doing. And Jesus would be like, okay, so this is how we are going to do it. I have to start my campaign by introducing myself as, you know what we are going to do? David would be like, what are you planning? And Jesus would be like, firstly, even though I am the Messiah, even though you know that I'm seated at the right hand of the Father, the world have the right to call me your son, David will be like, yeah, because how can somebody that high now give the world the right to call me your son? I'm sure David will be like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And then he'll be like, no, I've not even started, And then he probably removes his crown and he gives an angel to hold. Please hold this for me. I'm just getting warmed up. And he begins to roll his sleep. And he's like, okay, so I'm going to enter the world in a small way. I think I should be given birth to in a manger. And David will be like, yo! And then he'll be like, no, not just in a manger. I think they should lay me where the food of the sheep is being kept. And David will be like, no, stop it. And then he'll be like, I think there should be controversy around my birth. David's going to be like, stop it. Because David know the thing, say, finish this master class of smallness.
Yeah.
God will come down and don't talk, say, okay, so at least if every human cannot believe that this is who I am, the only person who believes, that's John the Baptist, right? The only person who knows, because his entire life was designed around that fact. When he sees me, he will be expecting that I will be the one to baptize him, but no, I will let him baptize me like he baptizes the other small people. Small rejected, small thieves, small liars, small sinners. I will let him baptize me. He do and bed come from heaven. You dey whine like bed don't come on top the before. You dey whine. I'm sure David was like, yo, stop this. This is too much. And then it will be like, I'm going to have disciples. And when I have disciples, of course, they are my followers, but I'll wash their feet. They will not wash my own. I'm like, hey! David will be like, what's that? And then that was why when Paul was saying, you will not wash my feet, I expel you now. Because Jesus wants to make sure that till the end of this life and the lives to come, there's no smaller person than him. And then he will get to a stage, and then he will now be like, okay, we are done with the metaphors. Let us do it for real. I am going to be clearly rejected. They will spit on me. They will beat me. They will say boo at me. They will do all those terrible things as me. I'm sure David will be like, you say what? And then they will take my flesh. I'll give them my flesh as bread. Give them my blood as wine. Meaning nothing is left. I'm sure David fainted. Nothing can be smaller. I'm sure David fainted. And then when David come faint for heaven, Jesus will come go whisper to him, go talk, say, take my life. Oh my God. So that's sorry, what's the question again? Sorry, what's the question? Sorry. No mind me. So let me tell you this, right?
Yeah.
If you want to find trouble, try being big. Only one person has the right to be big. Only. And that's God. Only. Everything in the Bible is designed around it. You are meant to be small. You are meant to be small. Look at this parallel. The day, if you want God to use you, you have to be small enough for him to pick you. The whole of you.
Yeah.
But you know what the devil does? When devil wants to pick you or use you, the devil will tell you that you are big enough that the small he wants to take does not matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the devil will tell you that, see as you big, just give me this small part, just this small part.
Yeah.
That's enough for me. And because you are big, you will not know that that small is all it takes for the devil. He
Yeah.
said the devil does not need your entire home. All he needs is just a nail.
Yeah.
Just a nail. And the
Yeah.
devil understands the long game. He knows the long game and he will use it against you. So
Yeah.
you're asking if small is godly. Let me tell you something. The way Jesus defeated David in this my analogy shows that God is a petty strategist. One glory you will not have. One you will not have. See the people that crucified Jesus. It was a clear masterclass now of strategy. Every single thing they did was to give glory to God at the end of the day. Just imagine.
Yeah.
So if you want to be mighty, make it small.
Yeah.
What did God say? If you try to make yourself big, you will fall. But when you make yourself small, you will be what? Exalted. X means out of. X means out of something. So you are not necessarily standing. You are being taken to another realm.
Yeah.
That is what exalt is.
Yeah.
You are not standing. You are put on another platform. And for you to be put on another platform, it is someone who is carrying you there.
Yeah.
But to the person who is big, what will happen? Even me will resist that person. Just imagine God resisting you, putting up a resistance against you. Somebody that is this entire world, somebody that this entire world is a footstool, his footstool. Then in one constant, can't do like this, hold the wall, hold the door, holding the door that you will not come in. Forget, man. It's like, sorry, man. The last question just verse, verse me. It just.
I mean, I feel like even with
sweat.
this, right? Even with this and the passion and all, we can see how everything ties together and plays a role in you making it small.
Yeah.
It does, actually. It does. It does play a role in you making it small. Because even when you want to start anything in life, you start from the small place. You want to learn a new skill, you learn it gradually, small. With time and years, you gather experience, you do things, you make mistakes, you stand up, you move on, you do this, you do that, you become a professional. Everything small,
Yes.
which is really, 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 really good. I mean, it's been a wonderful time, and I'm sure some people might even have these questions in mind, and I am sure you've been able to answer them well. But as they are watching this, they are seeing it, they are gaining more knowledge about this thing.
Yes,
that is in my hand. And guys, for you to grab your own copy, if you have not grabbed it, the link is in the description below.
makingitsmall.io.
makingitsmall.io. Click the link in the description and go and grab your own copy. Trust me, when you grab it, after you've read it, now come back to this video
person.
and buy for another person, and then put in the comment section the review. Put the review in the page on the website, and then also come and tell us how this book has been able to change your perspective to life and how you are able to see things in a different way. So guys, thank you for watching this, and I've gained a lot, and I'm sure you've also gained a lot. Go grab your copy, makingitsmall.io. Let us all make it small together.
Yes, sir. Keep making it small.
Keep making it small, y'all. Keep making it small.
Yes,
bye,
sir.
Guys. See you on the next one.